About 42 Zimbabweans are part of the leadership program, a brainchild of America's first black president, Barack Obama. The fellows acquired knowledge and skills in business management, community engagement, governance, engineering, and other fields at various universities in USA. Abigail Kumbo is an engineer at Mutare municipality in Zimbabwe. She was at Rutgers University in New Jersey, where she obtained many skills in engineering and community engagement.
I learned about business, even though I'm in the public sector, because I am a soil and water engineer by profession, and I'm a certified project manager. And currently, I am the project engineer for the city of Mutare back home. I chose the leadership in business track because it is my intention to learn how I can merge STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and maths, and sustainable business together with social impact. So that is why I chose the leadership in business track, and I really was grateful for interacting with other young African leaders and engaging with the businesses that they do and how I can tailor them and apply them back home.
She is itching to go back home and implement the knowledge she learned in USA.
Going back home, I realized that I work in a very technical field and we tend to not know how to create sustainable businesses out of that. So the first thing that I would like to do is to really foster public-private partnerships, engage the private sector in partnering with the public sector so that we may effectively provide services to our communities.
Her colleague Trevor Ncube, project manager of Trans Research, Education, Advocacy and Training, is bubbling with confidence after acquiring new community engagement skills at Drexel University.
This experience has absolutely been life-changing for me. There's a lot of valuable lessons that I learned, particularly about how to organize community and how to impact your community. I know that I'm going back home a completely different leader, and the impact will be felt by the communities that I serve, definitely.
Ncube says the yearly program is interesting.
I cannot put boring in there. And I was actually telling my coordinators that I don't remember a time when every day was so perfect and valuable for me. But the biggest thing that I gained was self-knowledge as a leader. They had us go through what they called the CLC and the leadership development curriculum. What this did was take the time for us to get to know what our strengths are as a leader. We took a questionnaire online, a survey that told us about our strengths, and I got to find out my top 5 strengths. What this did is enable me to understand my own actions as a leader, how I can integrate with others in community, and how I can bring out the best not only in myself, but also in other people. That for me was the biggest takeaway. I'd never taken the time before then to fully focus on understanding myself so that I can be of better service to the rest of the community. But this fellowship gave me 6 good weeks of nothing but focusing on myself.
Greenhouse Academy Director Pindile Kosha, who specializes in business networking, is raring to go home and implement skills acquired in the 6-week program. She was at Purdue University.
I gained leadership skills on how to be an inclusive leader, not moving alone and moving with the massive, not leading from the front and leading from the back, so that whoever falls, I will be able to see quickly and pick them up.
She is aware that some people back home may not be keen to adopt and implement her newly acquired knowledge and skills.
When I first arrived in the US, I thought I wasn't going to cope, and I found out that if you put the effort, it's quite easy to adapt. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to make it easy for people at home to adapt with what I've learned. I'm going to make them feel like they were here through the sharing of knowledge. So yeah, I'm excited and looking forward to it.
Ntombi Mama Moyo, a novelist, screenwriter and creative director of Ntombi Moyo Film Company, who was at Texas University in Austin, had a life-changing experience in USA.
I learned so much about the film industry, and I'm going to bring the knowledge back home so that I can grow the film industry in Bulawayo and Zimbabwe as a whole, as we do our TV dramas that showcase our cultures and the nice things about us Zimbabweans.
She is aware of some of the problems she may face in Zimbabwe.
I think just readjusting to the country, because I've been away for so long, and this has been the longest time I've been away from home. So maybe readjusting, but at the same time, I'm very excited about going back home.
Like all programs, some fellows had challenges with cultural shock and items to excite their taste buds. Ncube noticed differences in the taste of meat that he enjoys in Zimbabwe and American beef.
Meat was overprocessed. It didn't feel like home meat. That's the one thing that I perhaps did not enjoy. But I found a Nando's somewhere here, and it tastes like home Nando's. So that was a good plus. But otherwise, yes, the food wasn't home food for sure. But, when we were at the pre-orientation, they did advise that we open ourselves up to experiences. So I didn't sulk about it. It wasn't a deal breaker for me. I ate what I was given, I ate what I could find, and I took it as part of the American experience. So it was okay.
The Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders initiative has over the years taken care of over thousands of young African leaders who acquire knowledge and various skills in USA. Gibbs Dube, VOA News, Washington.